YouTube, welcome to my channel. I'm Gigi Alive, and today I'm going to be discussing my favorite plant-based recipe with zucchini spirals, or you can call them zucchini noodles, that are already cut up for you and prepackaged. If you've never been to my channel before, please take the time to subscribe. The kind of content I like to do is healthy recipes, and also I'm into plant-based dieting. Most importantly, I do reselling online for Poshmark and trying to earn money for my theater group here in Cypress, Texas. So now that I'm into this plant-based dieting, sometimes people desire the taste of meat. And these meatless crumbles are really good because they give you that same consistency that you would have in meat, with the exception of being bad for you like meat is. So what I do to make them taste really good, and what I did in my last video, was I added some chunky Rotel, and I also added some ginger, and then I added some salsa. Today I added the salsa. A thick, chunky vegetable salsa is always good to use. And also I added some pasta vegetable primavera sauce. And I'm going to add a little bit of V8 juice. How many vegetables did you eat today? That's a question I always have on my Instagram. That's one of my hashtags. How many vegetables did you get in today? You know, you always want to try to get in about 8 servings of vegetables per day. And the serving size is not as large as you think, but if you fill your plate with lots of vegetables, you're going to get plenty. And then you get lots of nutrients that protect you from all those terrible autoimmune diseases that are out there, like lupus and thyroid problems and all kind of cancers. So plant-based dieting is going to be the best way to protect yourself from those diseases. And also, when you learn how to cook these recipes, it's actually really fun. So the meatless crumble that I had from my last video, I'm just stirring it up and warming it up in the skillet. And like I said, I added some salsa, I added some ginger, and the ginger I like to use, these pop-out gingers are really, really awesome. And I also have this ginger that comes in a tube. So it's already set up for you where you can just pop out how much you need, squirt out how much you need, and you don't have to worry about having to get ginger. You have to chop it up, and you know, fresh ginger is great if you have the time to do that, but I like everything very convenient, which gets me down to these spirals that are awesome. So they're already, they call them spirals, they call them noodles. They come in these packages like this, and they come with a sauce that's already pre-mixed. But I like to make my own sauce. If I choose to use a little bit, that's fine, just for extra, but I like my sauce to usually come from either from the V8, and the pan is already hot, really hot. Preheated the oven and preheated the pan already. I'm putting it on medium low. And I'm going to add a little bit more chunky salsa. There we go. Still strong. Even though I've got lupus, I'm still strong. Being on a plant-based diet has actually helped me a lot because it's brought me more energy, easier digestion. But one of the best things about being plant-based is that the medications I was taking before, I'm no longer taking. Now I'm down to only taking about 3 medications right now. Sometimes I have to take one for pain, for headaches and whatnot, but not like before. No longer taking all the prednisone and stuff they want to give me that causes weight gain, or a lot of other medications that they might want to give you for thyroid problems. And only thing I'm really taking is my blood pressure medicine. My blood pressure still sometimes gets a little high, so I'm trying to get off of that. That's one that I'm trying to get off of. And also I take a menopause supplement as well. And I also take supplements like B12, which is a very good supplement, vitamin D, and also I take a multivitamin. So I'm just putting 2 packages of this in here with the salsa, and it's a little bit thick when it first comes out. It's not feeling like noodles hard, like a hard noodle that's going to be, you know, boiled. But If you put it in the skillet and just let it simmer down a little bit, it will cook really well. And then you don't have to worry about having to boil it. So some other things that I wanted to show you on my stove as I cook this, down a little bit to get it nice and tender, is another thing that we like to have is people are always worrying about how are you going to get your protein if you're not eating meat. Well, how does a cow get protein? How does a gorilla get protein, you know? When you watch those great documentaries, Forks Over Knives, What the Health, the new one, Cowspiracy, which is really good, it teaches us that we don't have to have meat in order to get protein. So one of the other good things is quinoa, rice, and all different kinds of beans and black-eyed peas and tomatoes, as you see here. It's a wonderful melody of delicious protein, as you see right here. Grace is doing my videoing for me today. So hope she's zooming in on this wonderful melody of beans, peas, and also quinoa and rice and tomatoes. And you can do this with Rotel, and you can do it with fresh tomatoes and onions and peppers. And I always add a little bit of ginger in there. And then you can even use canned beans if you choose. It has more sodium with canned beans and canned peas, but, but you can use that if you choose. Another thing, if you have listened to Penn and Teller before, they have been talking a lot, Penn, Juliet, he has been talking a lot about how he has lost a lot of weight on a potato diet. Potatoes are also a great source. People think because it's a carb that it's not good for you, but you need your carbs. Carbs are going to be very good in digesting all of these vegetables, and also they're going to be very good. They have lots of wonderful sources of nutrients in them as well. And he did potatoes. Now, if you add a little sea salt, a little bit of, what's one of my other favorite things, coconut oil, and a little bit of, even if you wanted to add one of these cheeses, these are the cheeses that I've been using lately. These are vegan cheeses, which I'm going to put on top of my pasta when I'm done. But you can even put these on top of the potato if you like. A little pepper, a little ginger, and you've got yourself a wonderful, wonderful snack, or even you have this for a meal. And if you want a little extra texture to it, you could add a vegetable, like maybe some greens or maybe some green beans. Mushrooms are also great with this. So that's another option for you. So if you're going to try to go plant-based, don't think it has to be dull. It can be very exciting in how you're going to make new recipes for yourself. And when you start looking at different things, you're realizing, actually, I'm really not missing out. When you start looking at different options, you realize you're not missing out on hardly anything. You're really, actually finding more things that you can eat. So now that they're getting pretty soft, I am going to put them in my casserole pan, and then I'm going to cover it with the meat. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. You don't want them to get to the point where they're super runny. You want them to be soft, but not super runny, because then they'll be overcooked. So as you see, they're nice and soft, and they're not too soft. And they want to be the texture. They want to be the texture like a noodle. And you see, that didn't take any time at all, literally. And I probably could have done, because it's a pretty big casserole pan, I probably could have done 3 of these containers. See that? They look just like noodles. And they are noodles. Who says noodles have to be made with pasta? And this is just going to give you a lot less calories. Ooh, hot. You got some on me. Give me a lot less calories. And because you're using that salsa, it's got lots of flavor. Now I'm gonna just take a little bit of my meatless crumble and put in here on top. So it really looks just like you're having spaghetti. It really does. You see that? So you've got your vegetables in there, you've got your ginger in there, and you've got your beans in there, and there's some corn, there's some tomatoes. So it's very, very filling. It's gonna be very filling. So the next thing I'm gonna do, because I just like it to be, turn off my oven now, it's starting to, there we go, okay. One thing I like to do is, I like to add a little bit of breadcrumbs on top. Anytime I do a pasta or anything like that, sprinkling a little breadcrumbs on top, it just gives it a little bit more texture, as you see. Kind of looks almost like a Parmesan, really. And there's not a lot of breadcrumbs, a few. And then I'm gonna do my Go Veggie, and this is actually the same one I used for the Mexican Mexican taco boats that I had in my last video. So I'm gonna go ahead and sprinkle some of this on top. It takes a while for it to really get melted, so I'm not putting a whole lot, but just enough. And then I'm gonna pop it in the oven. So as you see, it's an easy, quick, delicious meal, and for the whole family. And if you like to have this recipe, I could actually send it to you if you like. I can go ahead and send it to you, so leave comments and I will make sure I post the whole recipe online. And please subscribe, please like, and please share. I'm gonna put this in for about 30 minutes into the oven on bake, and then I'm gonna enjoy this with my family for dinner tonight. So if you'd like to get more information, please leave comments in the bottom, and stay plant-based and stay healthy, and please like, subscribe, and share. Have a great night.